Hello. It's been a wintry weekend with many places struggling to get above freezing during the days, and we've seen some heavy snowfall for several areas. This is picture taken in Gillingham in Kent before the sun went down on Sunday, so there's been plenty of heavy snowfall, up to around 10 centimetres in places. Now, over the next few days, things are staying cold and we've got wintry hazards such as snow showers, ice stretches and freezing fog.
Carol, I know you've got a busy forecast for us this morning.
That's right, Sal. First of all, we've had the lowest temperature overnight that we've seen since February 2021, minus 15 Celsius in Braemar. You also asked how long this cold weather is going to last. Certainly into the weekend, when we'll see something a little bit milder, but with that there comes the risk of some more snow in the west. So what we have this morning, as we were hearing there from Simon, are lots of treacherous conditions out and about. There are some icy stretches to watch out for, some snow showers still with us, freezing fog and hard frosts, and that's going to be with us for much of this week. Now, look at this temperature, minus 16 degrees at the moment in Braemar. That is the lowest temperature we have had in the UK since February last year, but it's not the lowest temperature ever recorded in the UK. That was minus 27.2 Celsius, also in Braemar and also in Altnahara some time ago.
And we heard earlier from a driver who'd been stuck on the M25 around London for, was it 8.5 hours?
Yes.
In snow and ice, just stuck, unable to move. Carol can bring us the weather for this morning because it looks pretty gosh, minus 16, Carol? Wow.
Yes, I know that's the lowest temperature we've had this year in actual fact, John, and the lowest temperature we've had since 2011 in February. Minus 16 in Braemar, and it could still fall a little bit further yet. We've also, as we've just been hearing from Simon, seen a lot of snow. This is one of our Weather Watchers pictures taken in Luton just a little bit earlier.
It's coming up to 10 to 8 this very cold Monday morning, and the weather is causing all kinds of disruption on the roads and at schools and getting to work this Monday. Carol can tell us how long it's going to last for, because it's freezing out there, Carol.
It literally is, John. Yes, good morning, everybody. This cold weather is going to last right the way up until the weekend, when we see something a little bit milder coming our way. But you can see where we've had the snow in Kent from one of our Weather Watchers pictures. There's been quite a bit of snow falling overnight. This is Luton, and we've got another one as well. You can see how deep the snow is just by looking at that footprint in Greater London. Now, we're set to continue with snow showers as we go through the course of this week. There'll be icy stretches, freezing fog and hard frosts, and all of this applies to the weather forecast for this morning.
Definitely time for the big coat, Carol. Thank you.
Definitely. Pleasure.
I can't find my big coat.
What?
I've lost my big winter coat.
How are you managing?
I don't know. I've got another coat.
How do you lose a big winter coat?
It's so big, I don't know, but it's somewhere. I don't know where it is. I need to find it urgently.
Do immediately. The weather.
The weather.
Here's Carol. Morning, Carol.
Good morning, both. Good morning to you too. We've seen quite a bit of snow across the southeast. It's varied though, from 2 centimetres to about 10 centimetres, unofficial reports of 15 centimetres. And you can see in Maidenhead there is a covering of snow. For some of us, it has been a lot more than that.
And that snow and freezing temperatures been causing all kinds of disruption this morning for people travelling around, particularly in the south of England. We've got some pictures for you.
Treacherous conditions on some roads, with parts of motorways, including the M25, closed or at a complete standstill for hours overnight. As far as we know, people still stop.
Yeah, 8.5 hours, one driver told us, didn't he? There's disruption as well across the country's railway lines. Delays expected to last until late morning. Southeastern Railways are advising passengers not to travel after cancelling the first trains on all routes to allow safety checks. And of course, it's added complications this time because of the rail strikes this week.
Snowfall last night caused disruption to flights from London airports. The runway at London Stansted has now reopened, but customers are advised to check with their airline before even attempting to travel.
And you also need to check the weather, because it ain't going anywhere anytime soon, this cold weather, as Carol's about to explain to us. The Snow Queen this morning, Carol.
Thank you, John. You're quite right, though. This cold weather is set to stay with us as we go through the rest of this week. And John was also right as well. Minus 15.6 is the overnight low temperature that was recorded in Braemar, making it the coldest night of this year so far. Now, this week, we're going to continue with the risk of icy stretches. There'll be further snow showers, freezing fog until about midweek, when visibility will improve. But we're also looking at hard frosts. And it's not really surprising. These are the current temperatures dotted around the country. So minus 8 across North Wales, minus 8 across the borders, minus 8 just into the Highlands, minus 10 in Altnahara. So if you are travelling, Do bear that in mind. And you can see how the blue remains across our shores, not just through today, but tomorrow and all the way into the weekend. And it's at the weekend we see a bit of an Atlantic influence coming our way, so it won't be quite as cold. Do keep watching the weather forecast. It's going to be cold wherever you are. And another good source of information, of course, is the BBC weather app. Sal and John.
And you too, Carol. Thank you very much indeed for keeping us posted
Pleasure.
on that complicated weather picture this morning.
So if you're doing anything outside on Wednesday, don't.
Don't.
Yeah.